Shalom, Apostle talking back at you with this truth, giving all praises to Yahweh by Shem Shai by Shem Kakwadash. And I'm going to entitle this video Ordo Ad KO. Now, this is a video short on YouTube. Now, remember the concert that took place. I believe that was Texas. If not, somebody correct me. Travis Scott, where a bunch of people dropped dead and the man was still performing. And he noticed, there's videos on it when he's looking into the crowd and he sees, chaos. And he's looking to the side. I believe he's looking to the right side as to what he's supposed to do. And he's being encouraged to keep performing. So some people said it's a ritual. But anyway, this video that you see, let me put the cursor on it. See right there? Looks like a black horse. Oh, well, the black horse. Shows you that we're in the black horse. See that? Looks like a black horse. Clearly looks like a horse with horns. It says 1 Peter 5, verse 8. I'll go to that. I'll let you see it a couple of times. See it? Let's let it play. Right there. See it? Could be Photoshop. Showing slow motion. Looks like a horse. It looks like two long horns. I'm gonna let it play a couple of times. Then I'm gonna go to 1 Peter 5, verse 8. See it? And then you see the person pointing his finger at it. I'm gonna let it play a couple more times. You see it? Looks like a black horse. You see the horns? It look like horns, long horns. Right there, it looks like a horse and it just disappears. Is it real or is it Memorex? See? The individual slows it up and you can see it came out of nowhere. It looks like a horse, a black horse. It looked like it had two long horns and it disappeared into the crowd. So let's go to 1 Peter 5, verse 8. Okay, the Travis Scott concert. This was 2021, Demon Spotted. Okay, so let's go to, what was that? 1 Peter 5, verse 8. First Peter. As soon as it comes up, I'll type it in. And I said we're in the time of the black horse. Price is going up. One video, I think it was the video I did last night, if I'm not mistaken, where somebody put a comment in. What did he say? Was it Florida? It was somewhere in among the states, one of the states. Somebody said, I believe it was Virginia, if I'm not mistaken, that there are gas stations that the price on regular is $8. This is destroying the middle class. It's destroying the working class. So First Peter, let's see what First Peter chapter 5 and verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant. Be sober meaning don't get drunk. And it's talking about spiritually drunk. When you're like Christianity, that's spiritually drunk. The Moors, so-called Black conscience community, anything that you Jakes might get into, Jehovah Witness, Baptist, Methodist, RCC, Roman Catholic Church. And by the way, this guy, Abu Kamar, is a Roman Catholic. And Vocab Malone, AKA John Calvin, is a Reformed Roman Catholic. That's why they still believe in the whole Virgin Mary stuff, which they got that from the Catholics. And she was clearly not she was a virgin, meaning a young woman, Ilama. When you go to, what is that, Isaiah 7:14, if I'm not mistaken. And now, so the word there in the Hebrew is Ilama, which means young woman of a marriageable age. She could have some children. She can have a couple of children, young children. You know, you have a woman that's might be in her teens, might be in her early 20s, and she might have a 5-year-old next to her, and then she has a stroller with a maybe a 1-year-old child. She's still considered an Ilama, which is a young woman of marriageable age. So that's what Mary was, a young woman of marriageable age. Was she actually a virgin? Not after Joseph had sex with her. Now, when you go to Matthew 1, it says the same word, virgin, meaning the fulfillment of Isaiah 7:14. I'm almost positive it's 7:14. I went through it yesterday. The word there is virgin, but when you go into the Greek, which that's hermeneutics. You come across the scripture and then you go into the root words. Okay, that's from the Greek word for this, or that's from the Hebrew word for that, or that's from the Aramaic word for this. That's actually hermeneutics. And that's how you understand, have a deeper understanding of the scriptures as far as interpreting the scriptures, right? If the Christian community actually applied hermeneutics or etymology, they would know that hell is the grave. So it says, be sober. So how are you sober? If you're an Israelite, if you're a Jake, you know that you're an Israelite. You start to keep the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability. You may even be compelled to be a teacher. Many are called, but few are chosen. Chosen means the elect, to be elected. And if you are the elect, that means you were always the elect in your past life. There's a thing called reincarnation. This is for you, Vocab Malone, because you're stuck on stupid. Now, I was watching a video. If I can I may pull it up in this video, or I may just do another video on it. I was watching a video with Sam Miguel TV, that lost soul. I mean, that guy's a gamma male for sure. How you gonna let a man mess your mind up so bad that he makes you believe? You started as a Roman Catholic, RCC, then you became an Israelite, and you were part of the ICGJC, and you let this man, Tazadakia, mess your mind up so much that you became an atheist, you're not even a beta male, you're a gamma male. You're a complete loser, man. But anyway, there's a video of him and Vocab. And Vocab made the most sense. And sometimes Vocab's, makes a lot of sense. He's, you know what Vocab sees? He doesn't want to admit it, but he sees that we have the truth. He sees that the ships are coming back and gonna beam us up and destroy this system by completely and utterly destroying Babylon the Great. He sees it. He tries to, he's in denial. And I'm not talking about a river in Egypt. He sees it. He sees all these things because he has nightmares. He has nightmares of us speaking and, messing his head up. Because he's thinking, he said, I don't know, man, the reincarnation thing might be true. Now we're saying this guy is John Calvin himself. So he's saying he probably had a dream that he was John Calvin. This is the truth. This is the doctrine that will drop as the rain in the book of Deuteronomy. When you type in the word doctrine, the first precept that pops up, that is Deuteronomy, I believe it's 32, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not going to go to it. But the very first scripture is in the book of Deuteronomy, and it says, I'm paraphrasing, this doctrine shall drop as the rain. And as the dew in the morning, or whatever, somebody can put it in the comment section. In other words, when it rains, if it rains hard, you better have an umbrella. Umbrellas, inside joke. Or go into a building, or there's a bank there. You run into the bank, and you wait until the rain slows down or subsides, disappear, whatever, stop, and then you go back. Or if you got an umbrella, you whip out the umbrella because you check the weather. It's going to be rain all day, and then you check the weather. But that's this truth. All you people talk about everything. When you go to Sarnetta TV, guaranteed they're going to talk about the Hebrews and the Israelites and try to say, well, we're not the Israelites and let's have a debate against Israel. Why do you always have Hebrew Israelites in your mouth? Because it's there. That's the doctrine that drops as rain. Oh, Farrakhan. And listen to any Farrakhan speech. He'll open up with praising Allah, which is the Arab God, but he's not an Arab, he's not an Ishmaelite. And he'll do he'll make a speech, do a sermon, whatever you want to call it. And he'll every time he goes to a scripture, it's never the Quran, it's always the scriptures. And once in a while he might pull out a script, he might pull out 20 scriptures, he might quote 20 scriptures, then he may pull out a precept from the Quran. So this is the doctrine that shall drop as the rain. So it says, be sober. If you're following anything else, or like Fopi teaches that if an Israelite man, Judah, has sexual relations with a so-called Edomite woman, that the baby is not really the Israelite. So they're drunk. They're way the hell off. And that's why Captain Cesarak and the UPK don't want to debate you, because you're irrelevant. You're irrelevant. Vocab Malone is pretty much irrelevant, man. Everything he does, go to his video. There's going to be Israel. That's the only time he gets hits. Anyway, let me continue to read this. Please forgive me. It said, be sober, be vigilant. What does the word vigilant mean? To watch. Keep your eyes open. Be like Sharp-Eye Washington. Look him up. Because your adversary, which the word adversary, the word Satan goes back to the Hebrew word shatan, which simply means adversary. So your next door neighbor, you can call that next door neighbor Satan if he's an adversary to you. You know, for your adversary, the devil, you have a spiritual devil. We just showed you a demon in the spiritual realm. It came from the spiritual realm into the physical realm. He came out the fourth dimension and went into and came through a portal into the third dimension, or the first three dimensions: front, back, up, down, side to side. Fourth dimension is the spiritual realm. That's where that's where you go. When you die, your spirit leaves your body goes into the grave, which is hell, Hades. That's Hades. You don't burn in Hades. And then your spirit goes, it says your spirit goes upward, but actually it does go upward, but it goes into the fourth dimension. And I'm gonna read about that, the account with the Apostle Paul. He actually died. When he got stoned, the account when he got stoned, he actually died. You know what he had? He had an out of body experience, and he went into the spiritual realm, which is the fourth dimension, which I believe he called the third heaven. So we're delving into the spirit realm. When a force comes over you, Esau, what does Esau call it? I did a video on that. When a force comes over you and holds you down, you're paralyzed, you can't even speak. That's a demon. They call it what does they call it? A witch riding your back. That's what Jake called it down south. Oh, that's a witch riding your back. That's an actual demon. Now, the demons fear us. We're on a higher level than these demons. So you get scared at first until you understand it. Then you don't get scared no more. Now, I remember before I came in the truth, I was attacked by demons as a child. None of my brothers and sisters, the demons never bothered them. The demons always messed with me until an actual angel came and comfort me with coal. He had a big sack of coal, and he took a handful and he blew it and it went into my eyes. I didn't feel nothing because it disappeared, and I went right back to sleep. I remember one demon, I was on the top of a bunk bed, and the demon just pushed me out the bed. And I remember crying. I went, bam! And I was like, I was half asleep, and I climbed back into the bed and went back to sleep. But then when that angel came and comforted me, he blew the coals in my eye, Isaiah the 6th chapter, the demons didn't bother me for a while. Now, when I came into the truth, those demons were bothering me a lot. The demons used to bother High Priest Ariel. He used to talk about that. The demons used to ride Yikwa. And you can hear Yikwa when the demons get on, it'll be. But if you're half asleep, half awoke and half asleep, so you can't think right. But then you realize it's a demon. Let me call on the name of Yahweh. And anytime I call on the name, rebuke the demon in the name of Yahweh, the demon jumped off me. Sometimes they'll stick around. You got levels to in the demon world, the demonic world. You have levels, right? That demon that looked like a black horse, that was a powerful demon. So you got demons in the physical realm, which are you Edomites, and also Jake too, they're demons. And you got demons from the spiritual realm, from the fourth dimension. It says, be sober. And the only time you're sober is when you know that you're an Israelite. And not just knowing that you're an Israelite, you got to do the works of a prophet, because you might just be an Israelite. Like Yeshua said, if you ain't one of the elect in the kingdom, you're gonna just be a citizen in Israel. which ain't nothing wrong with that because you're going to be on a higher level. You're going to have spiritual power, and all the saints are going to have spiritual power. Our children are going to have spiritual power. They'll be able to go out there. You let your toddlers go out. Ain't nothing going to happen to them. It said, be sober, be vigilant. All right, always watching. So the thing is, you're supposed to always put up videos. It said, make full proof of the ministry. So we're all constantly if you're not putting up videos, if you taking some type of break, then you ain't one of the elect. And guess what? We're scoping you. We're watching you. We're marking you. They mark this guy. This guy ain't did a video in 2 weeks. That's not a good thing. Shoot. Well, I was in the hospital, but if you was conscious, you had your smartphone, you can do a video from your hospital bed. That's no excuse. Unless you're in a coma. If you're in a coma, that's still no. Nah. If you're in a coma, that's different. If you're dead, that's different. Constantly putting up. The sheep need to be fed. We're the pastors of the sheep, right? So sheep's got to be fed and taken care, watched every day. You got the sheepdog, right? The sheepdog, and I encountered a sheepdog and sheep, man. I took a picture of some sheep, and the dog looked like a sheep from far away, but it started running at me. I said, man, that sheep don't run like that. And it started barking. And I said, well, that dog is doing his job. And we're the same, we're liking ourselves unto a sheep dog. Your job is to watch over the sheep. Why you think the Lord said that 3 times? Feed my flock, feed my sheep, feed my lamb. When you say something 3 times, you say, open the door, open the door, open the door. Then it's sealed. The first command is to open. The second command is to put the word into you. The third command is to shut the door 3 times. That's why the Lord said what he said. Feed my sheep, feed my flock, feed my lambs. He said, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. Whom resisteth steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren. I hope that's afflictions. I can hardly see it if it's an L there. Brethren that are in the what in the world? Who's in the world? The ones that don't believe. So you got to bring them out of that. But the Most High of all grace, who hath called us unto his eternal glory, ultimately kingdom, by Hamashiach Yahushai, after that ye have suffered a while, we're suffering, make you perfect, establish, strengthen, settle you. To him be glory and dominion forever and ever. So be it. I say so be it when I see it. Amen. You can say amen. But where was I going to go? There's a lot of precepts in my mind dealing with demons. Oh, this is what I wanted to do. And I believe I called this Ordo app KO, right? Yeah, I was checking this out. Illuminati card game. But let me see, where was that? Oh, let me go to Ordo app KO. Illuminati card game. Okay, Ordo app KO. So see the images, take a look at the images. Ordo app KO means order out of chaos, to bring the forth industrial revolution, which is their order. They have to first bring chaos. Ordo ab chaos. Order out of chaos. Order um, out of chaos. Ordo ab chaos. Look at this here. If you notice, you have black and you have like gray. You could say that's white, black, and gray. If you notice, you got the white, black contrasting. Ordo ab KO, white, black, the yin and the yang sign. Because I'm gonna show you something. Let me try this. Let me go to all. Let me try this. Ordo, what is Ordo ab KO? Let's see what they say. What is the Masonic motto? Yeah, I don't need this. Where does the term Ordo ab KO come from? Okay, you may have previously heard the phrase out of chaos comes order. It's an expression that often attributed that's also that's often attributed to German philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche. What is the meaning of Ordo? A list of offices and feasts of the Roman Catholic Church for each day of the year. So give me a second here. Let me click on this. Okay, this is a book. Okay, it says Ordo ab KO, the original and complete rituals of the ancient and accepted Scottish rite. When you're initiated into the inner circle, you have to go up through the ranks. One way of going up through the rank is to becoming a Mason. It says Ordo ab KO, the original and complete rituals of the ancient and accepted Scottish rite of 4 to 33 degrees. Transcribed from newly discovered manuscripts, rituals in a private collection. That's from a book. Let me do a little bit more. So you're trying to sell your book. Okay, let's try this. Let's try Urban Dictionary, then we'll look at this one. Wikipedia. Let's go to Urban Dictionary. Okay, I'll read some of it. Ordo ab KO, or in old Latin, ordo ab, order out of chaos, old Latin, ordo ab KO. And that's what the fourth industrial revolution is all about Ordo ad Chao, New World Order. A Latin expression meaning Ordo ad Chao, a model of the 33rd degree and having the same illusion as, what the hell is that? Illusion as low e tenebris, would see in this work the invention of this model to be attributed to the Supreme Council of the ancient and accepted Scottish rites. So let's come back. Let's go to right here. Masonic model Ordo ad Chao. One of the many symbols and phrases of Freemason, few models are important enough to be prominently and sometimes publicly displayed on flags, seals, Ordo ad Chao, 33 degree. Let's try Wikipedia. They don't give you a lot of information. Okay, this is a group called Ordo ad Chao. Anyway, let me go to bear with me for a minute. Waiting for the notification to pop up. Friend of the Prophets, brother puts out good videos. Stir up strife and mischief. I gotta watch that. Trying to find this video. I was watching it. It was on my notifications. Let me try this. Do it this way. Man in NYC subway. Okay, subway. This might be it. Pop up soon. Okay, this is not what I want. This. Okay, this is what I wanted right here. This is as of, I believe, yesterday, okay? I don't know if you're familiar with this video. Video shows NYC subway rider tug woman's hair, kick window as strap hangers look on. I'm not going to show you the video, but I'll show you. Let this commercial skip. The hell. Go back here. Okay, so there's an NYC subway. I got to jump around. I don't want to let you actually see it. Okay, this is a guy in all black. Maybe he's a part of it. Maybe he's this guy's handler. Okay, this is an individual right here. Clearly, this is a Jake, clearly filled with demons or actor. But what do you notice about this guy? Now, I open it up. We're going into the definition of Ordo ab Chao, right? We don't know if this is some random guy, some random bugged out guy. We don't know if he's an actor. But you know, what do you notice? It says be sober, be vigilant, right? Vigilant means to watch everything. Let's go, let's move on. Okay, so he sits down. Now the girl next to the other girl gets up and walks away, as you can see right here. The other girl attempts to get up, and he grabs her by the back by her hair. There's men in there. There's men all up in there. There's somebody that films this whole thing. What do you notice about her? We don't know if these are crisis actors or. And he pulled. I'm sorry. He sits her back down. And that's all that stuff about men are equal to women. That's bullshit, man. A woman fights a man. As soon as the man hits her with one shot, she's out. She's out for the count. You can't compete. The Most High created you to be different from a man. The Most High created man to be masculine, and the Most High created woman to be feminine. She's sitting down, and then she says, "Help! Somebody help!" And this is a man right here, another two men right over here, some other men. You mean to tell me they couldn't get? Look, man, let's that shows you, man. This is a weak society, man. This is a weak society. Now we here as Israelites, you may help, you may not. The scripture that may come to mind is if there be evil in the city, had the Lord not done it. This could be judgment upon her. We filter everything that we see. We filter everything in the script through the scriptures. We precept that. So all the things that are going on right now, we're in the midst of Ordo ab Chao. We're in the pinnacle of the Illuminati plan that started May 1st, 1776. All hell is breaking loose. Prophecies are popping off like popcorn. And you got guys that know that they're Israelites, and you go to their page, especially the guys that criticize us. You go to their page, they might have put a YouTube page up back in 2015, and nothing is on it. Or it might be a playlist with a bunch of fat booty women, black women dancing. But you're going to correct us. That's why the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash, not no goddamn Ahaya Ba'ashem Yeshaya. Those are demons. Ahaya Ba'ashem Yeshaya are demons. And Rakah, the GOCC, is a demon. So she's petrified, man. She's petrified. Let's move on. She don't know what to do. She's petrified. Now she could have punched this dude in the face. She had this hand free. She could have decked him a couple of times in the face. You know, she should join a jujitsu school. If she had a year's jujitsu, she could have. Well, it depends on the demons on him. He might be able to take on 10 men. So remember the story of the demons that the demon legion where they tried to bound him with chains. He broke the chain, man, and he slept in the damn cemetery. Okay, so here she is, totally hopeless. That's why the fulfillment of 7 women shall take hold of 1 man. She's totally, oh my goodness. And everybody just looking, he's looking over there, he ain't even looking. This guy's looking this way. She's on the phone. Somebody filming her. There's this other guy sitting there. Weak ass men. How does it go? Strong men make good times. Good times make weak men. Weak men make bad times. Bad times make strong men. Also known the law of 5s. The last level of 5 is you got chaos and then you got order. Everything there's a cycle called the law of 5s. I'll do a video on that. And then see when you go back to Deuteronomy 22, this is how it happened. Guy saw a woman, grabbed her, and she's like, "Oh my goodness, what am I gonna do?" Because you had the Most High did not give you that strength, and nobody's helping. No, everybody's nonchalant. They see other people sitting there. You see this guy, nonchalant, man. She's still on the phone. This is a weak society. That's why when you tell them that they're Israelites, they demonize us. She's like pissing in the pants. She's all messed up. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. She's calling on Jesus. Where Jesus at? Jesus, baby, Jesus. Where's Jesus? Where's Jesus at? Where's Vocab at? Where's San Miguel TV? San Miguel, if he was there, he wouldn't do it. He wouldn't do nothing either, because he's a gamma male. And he's just holding. He's like, "Hey man, I'm gonna hold on. I ain't gonna do nothing." Somebody constantly filming it, and then he gets up. What do you notice about this guy? We started the video off. I started the video off with Ordo Chao. What do you notice about this guy? Be sober, be vigilant. He picks the girl up. She don't know what the hell he's gonna do next. And he pushes her away. So, yo, thank Jesus. And he walks away. And this man, either he's an actor, and this is all stage, or he's not an actor, and he's got masses of demons. Legion might be on him. And this clown is probably San Miguel right there with a mask on, with his bitch ass. Jake, he just know what the hell going on, what I'm going to do. I don't know if this is the guy. He says a couple of words. I don't know if he's the guy that filmed it or somebody else. He turned the camera on himself. They had at least 15 people in the train. Oh, and then he starts kicking. Now you notice when the stop came, guess what? Everybody jumped off the train. He's in the car. He's in the car by himself, kicking a window, and there's somebody filming. The one guy that has a camera, he's the only guy in there other than himself. He's filming everything. So we don't know if it's staged or not. He walks away, you can see his face. And he sits down. There's some stupid bitch sitting there. Okay. This guy's still sitting there. Meanwhile, this guy that's filming has no fear at all. Or maybe he's working with this guy. Okay, so I'm gonna close with this. Let me go to, that's if this will come up. Let me go to, where the hell is it? Let me see, Legion. Let me do it this way. We are many. We are many. Bear me, please. Let me do it this way. Try it this way. For we are many. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Let me do it this way. For we are many. Bible. Okay, I found it. Matthew 5, verse 9. Mark 5, verse 9, excuse me. Copy. Let me go back to the blue letter. There's a lot of information on demons and demon possession, Satan in the scriptures. Okay, what the hell? Mark, give me a second. Okay, keeps doing the same thing. Okay, Mark 5. The garrison or garrison demonic. Demoniac. Okay. Okay, this is the point. And there's order in the spiritual realm, the fourth dimension. Those demons, even though there was 7,000 demons, that's a legion. They all bowed down to Yahweh Shai. I really got to start from the top. Okay, I'll start from the top. And they came over unto the other side of the sea, into the country of the Gadarenes. And when he was come out of the ship, immediately there met him out of the tombs a man with an unclean spirit, who had his dwelling among the tombs, and no man could bound him, no, not with chains. When they shackled him up, chained him up, he broke the chains. So was it him that was doing it with that great strength? No, it was the demons that was on him. Because that he had been often bound with fetters and chains, and the chains had been plucked asunder by him, and the fetters broken in pieces. Neither could any man tame him. And always, night and day, he was in the mountains and in the tombs, crying and cutting himself with stones. It wasn't him, it was the demons that were in him. And all you guys that fall off, that turn your back on the plow, you get that original demon back on you. But then that original demon, what is that, Matthew 12, brings another 7 demons more powerful than himself. So the latter end of that man is worse than the first. You've been better off not coming into this truth, period. And then ultimately you're going to take the chip, because the demons are going to make you take the chip. But when he saw Yahweh Shai afar off, he ran and worshiped him. So do the demons worship our Lord? You goddamn right. And he cried with a loud voice and said, what have I to do with thee, Yahweh Shai, thou son? And and the demons didn't call him Jesus. The demons didn't call him Jesus the Christ. The demons called him Yahweh Shai. They immediately knew that was Yahweh Shai. The second in command in the universe under his heavenly Father, Yahweh, thou son of the Most High God. This right here proves that the Son and the Father are two separate entities. I adjure thee by the Most High that thou torment me not. Because demons come on earth for basically one reason. That's to possess people. See, people, homeless people, all bugged out. Them are demons. For he said unto him, come out of the man, thou unclean spirit. And he asked him, what is thy name? Because demons have names, right? All demons have names. All angels on the left-hand side, on the right-hand side and the left-hand side have names. The name is important. And he asked him, what is thy name? And he answered, saying, my name is Legion, for we are many. So now when you look up the word legion, in the Roman military, you had a thing called a legion. A legion was a little bit less than 7,000 men. You had like 600 and some odd foot soldiers, and then you had about what was it? I don't know, about 100. I got to look it up. You can look it up. Men on horses. Obviously, they were of higher rank. So it says, and he brought him much, and he besought him much that he would not send them away out of the country. Now there was there nigh unto the mountains a great herd of swine feeding. And all the devils, almost 7,000, I might as well say 7,000, besought him, saying, send us into the swine that we may enter into them. Because the purpose of a demon coming on the earth is to possess men, women, children, animals. And forthwith Yahushua gave them leave, and the unclean spirits went out and entered into the swine, and the herd ran violently down a steep place into the sea. They were about 2,000 and were choked in the sea. So animals have more sense than humans, because this guy had the demons. He didn't know he had the demons. Those swine said, look, we got demons on us. We're gonna kill. We went on no goddamn demons. And that was an unclean animal. Shows you the level that people are on right now, especially in America and in New York. And they that fed the swine fled. They ran. They said, what the hell? And told it in the city and in the country. And they went out to see what it was that was done. And they came to Yahushua and see him that was possessed with the devil and had the legion sitting and clothed because he was naked. Oh, there was this situation account where he encountered this Russian military guy. Basically, we beat the shit out of him. But I was playing with him. I was doing Aikido on his ass. He was trying to do Sambo on me. And what had happened, I took his face. It was in the winter. And there was a polo freezing cold water. And I took his face and I put it in the water and I held it for about 3 seconds. And then when he got up, he took all his clothes off and went crazy. I mean, all his shoes, his socks, it was the middle of winter. And then Apostle Rimelaw, he was so offended by that he grabbed the guy by the throat, but he couldn't choke him. The guy had a throat. It was demons. And then this was back in the early 90s. And then because he started with us. But I was playing with him. Every time he went to grab me, I would do a what's this guy? What's this dude? Steven Seagal move on him. You know, I'll go behind him and I'll push him. I'll throw him down. I would swing him around, throw him. He would get back up, and I kept saying Sambo, Sambo, and he was getting madder and madder. But you know, Apostle Ramlock got emotional about it. And he tried to choke him, but the guy wouldn't choke. The demons was holding him up. And then he two-pieced him. So we said, let's get this in the truck. Oh, and then this Jake, this thug-ass Jake, you know, was like, what, yo, what? And then the Russian guy went after him, and the nigga ran down the street. The nigga ran down the street. So we jumped in the car, and we got out, and you know that demon chased us down the block, butt ass naked. That was on 34th Street. So he ultimately had a demon. Now I could have really fucked him up if I wanted to, but I was having fun. I identified him as a demon. And I wasn't trying to exorcise the demon because he's an Edomite any goddamn way. It says, and see him that was possessed with the devil and had the legion, 7,000 demons. We're going to round it off to 7,000. It was a little less than, a legion is a little less than 7,000, sitting and clothed and in his what? In his right mind. And they were afraid. And they that saw it told them how it befell to him that was possessed with the devil and also concerning the swine. So that was being talked about. And they began to pray him to depart out of their coats. They said, man, yo, just leave. They didn't want the guy that had the demons. They wanted him, look, because you got to like leave, like go to another place. And they wanted the Lord to leave because it went over those, and those are Israelites, by the way. That showed you that Israelites back there that knew that they were Israelites, they didn't know about the spiritual realm. And that goes for today. Jake don't know about the spiritual realm. Your son is bugging out. And you think he ain't bugging out. That's the demons that's in him making him bug out. Anyway, with that, I'm gonna say shalom.